Could Auston Matthews be tracking down another Hart Trophy this season? It looks like he's going to score between 60 to 70 goals. Just absolutely absurd. And is he already the Leafs' GOAT? Is he the greatest Maple Leaf of all time? All of that and more in this video. Welcome back to another episode of Leafs Digest. My name is Darius Domingues, and before we get any further in the video, guys, we've noticed that about 81% of our viewers are not subscribed to the channel. So if you want to help myself out and some of the other content creators on the channel, hit that subscribe button to stay up to date with everything Toronto Maple Leafs. But yes, that's right, guys. Today we will be talking about Auston Matthews. Is he going for 60 again? Could he go for 70? It's possible. We're going to give Auston Matthews some love in this video. All right, he's been playing at an absolutely absurd level this season. All right, the goals he's putting in and just his work ethic. Obviously, he's missed a couple games and he was sick recently, but just so far this season, he is putting on an absolute show. And let's get right into it. All right, he leads the league in goal scoring, and as Jenna points out here, Kucherov has played 4 more games. Besser, who's right behind him at 23, has played 5 more games, and if I'm not mistaken, Brock Besser also has, I think, 6 empty net goals. Auston Matthews has 25 goals already on the season. Really, really impressive. If you look at the rest of the NHL, even 5th in scoring, Sam Reinhart, quite a surprise this year as well, only has 18. So if you really think about it, Auston Matthews putting on a show this year and not needing empty net goals to help. 34 might be on the road to 60 plus again. And honestly, if he stays healthy, which will be a topic in the rest of the video, if he stays healthy, Auston Matthews could score 70 goals. And, you know, without all the scratches, like that one year, a couple of years ago, he scored 60 and they scratched him in the last year. Maybe he could have got 61 or 62, but he got that flat 60, which is great accomplishment. First Leaf to ever do it. And he might be the first Leaf to score 70 goals this year. I thought Connor McDavid was going to do it last year. Auston Matthews might legitimately do it this year. He has 25 goals, guys. He is playing at an absurd level, a level that I don't think any Maple Leaf has ever played out. Maybe Doug Gilmour in the 90s came close to this, but Doug Gilmour was more of an assist guy too. Go check out his stats. They're ridiculous. But Auston Matthews, pure goal scorer at the center position as well. And if we look at most goals through 28 games in Matthews' career, so since 2016-17 till now, he has 25 goals through 28 games, which is crazy this season. In his first Rocket Richard season, which I think was 2021, the COVID season, he had 21 goals in 28 games, which at the time we thought was ridiculous as well. It was almost like he was scoring every game multiple times. And in his second Rocket Richard season, which was the 60-goal season, he had 20 goals, which was similar to the COVID season. And it is true from Big Head Hockey here. Who knew that he had even another level to his game? This guy is ridiculous. And for my money, and we'll get into it shortly, he might be the greatest Maple Leaf of all time already. He's going to eclipse records, and he's going to do it very quickly. He has been a revelation for this franchise since being picked first overall, and we saw lots of first overall picks not pan out over the years. Not only that, maybe top 5 picks. Morgan Riley was a top 5 pick. He's probably the best player from his draft, but Auston Matthews has come in and been exactly what we thought he was going to be and more at this point. He continues to get better. He's only 26 years old, so he still has a lot of time left. He still has his entire prime ahead of him, arguably, sorry. But yeah, he has been just absolutely ridiculous for the Maple Leafs this year and in years prior, obviously. And if you take a look at since his debut in 2016, he also leads the NHL in most multi-goal games with 66, eclipsing Alex Ovechkin and Leon Draisaitl, who's up there as well. Really impressive company up there. You know, Draisaitl is one of my favorite players in the league as well, and Ovechkin obviously so close to being literally the greatest goal scorer of all time. He already kind of is in my eyes just because of the different eras, and it's much harder to score here in this modern era, but Auston Matthews with 66 multi-goal games since 16-17. This guy scores, and he scores in bunches. He is an absolute treat to watch, Auston Matthews. Love Auston Matthews. But raging debate, all right? And I know a lot of the older fans might get on my case, and that is all right because, I grew up watching a lot of Gilmore as well, a lot of Sundin, obviously not live. Well, Sundin I did, but, in terms of those guys, they were fantastic Leafs. But if you look at what, Auston Matthews has done to this point, till 26 years of age, he's going to smash every record there is. He's already winning, trophies, and we'll get into that as well, than any Leaf before, individual trophies. He just needs that Stanley Cup, all right? He needs that Stanley Cup. But if you look at, Maple Leafs history, most consecutive 20-goal seasons in Leafs history, Matt Sundin with 13, ridiculous, especially playing in the dead puck era. Ron Ellis with 9, Daryl Sittler with 9, and Auston Matthews with 8. And this is only his 8th season, I'm pretty sure. Just ridiculous. He has done it every season. This guy is just he's in a different planet. He's on a different planet. And if you look back, like Matt Sundin, that's really impressive as well. It's going to be tough to touch that. Matthews is going to have to, play every season in Toronto. He's going to have to sign an extension again. That's something we'll worry about in a few years' time, obviously. But he can do it. He's climbing this ladder very quickly. There's no doubt in my mind he's going to eclipse Daryl Sittler next year, obviously moving to that second place spot. But in terms of Maple Leafs history, Auston Matthews, just an absolute beast. I mean, what is there to say? Forget about the assist. This guy's a goal-scoring machine, and he's going to smash every goal-scoring record this team has if he stays, which I think he will. He loves playing here. But if you want to look at, forget just Maple Leafs records, all right? Let's take a look at the NHL as a whole. Auston Matthews is 26 years old. He's he has 322 goals. And to give reference to how many goals at the same age, obviously nobody's going to touch Wayne Gretzky, 543 goals, which is crazy. Mario Lemieux with 392, Bossy with 365, and Ovi with 311. So Ovi is on pace to actually beat Wayne Gretzky's record for most goals of all time in the NHL, which is ridiculous, like I said, considering the eras. And Matthews actually has more goals than him at this age than Ovi did at the same age, which is just, it's crazy. It's crazy. I think, as Leaf fans, sometimes we look at things and we're like, is it really that good? Can we relax into things and actually enjoy things? And I think we just have to with Auston Matthews. You have to take a step back sometimes and be like, wow, this guy is truly, truly a generational talent. And probably the greatest Maple Leaf of all time already. He just needs that Stanley Cup and a few more memorable playoff moments. He's afforded us quite a few, but he needs that Stanley Cup. I think that's the only thing he's missing because in terms of on pace, he's outplaying Ovi in terms of goal scoring at the same age. And Ovi was regarded as, the best offensive player for that era when he was coming up in the mid 2000s. So to touch on as well, with individual trophies, Matthews obviously won the Rookie of the Year, the Calder Memorial. He's won the Rocket twice. He's won the Hart Trophy. He's won the Ted Lindsay. He's won more individual trophies than any Leaf since, I think, Doug Gilmour in the 90s. So this guy is putting on a show for the Toronto Maple Leafs. And if you look at his totals, obviously he's looking to eclipse that 106 from 2021-22 where he scored 60 goals. And I think he does it this year. He is putting on a show. But the fact of the matter is he has to stay healthy, which he has been, and he has to continue to score at a high clip, and I think he can do that. So the question is, will he stay healthy, and will he eclipse all these records? I think he does it. Absolutely, I think he does it. All he's missing is that Stanley Cup. So let me know what you think. Is he already the greatest Leaf of all time, or is there something missing? He's on pace to smash every record, and he will be regarded as one of the best when his time is done in Toronto. But what is he missing? Personally, it's the Stanley Cup. If he was to get the Stanley Cup, forget any record. He wouldn't even have to eclipse the records. He could leave the next day like Kawhi Leonard, and he would be the greatest Maple Leaf of all time in my eyes. So thank you all for watching. We'll see you for another video. And like I said, comment. Let me know what you think. Is Auston Matthews the greatest Maple Leaf of all time, or is he missing something? And if he's missing something, let me know what that is in your opinion. We'll see you guys tomorrow for another video.